Bull Snake. V2 plastic from Lone Star Disc. It has a speed of 3, glide of 2, 0 turn, and 4 fade. This is the most overstable putter that I have ever thrown. So this is gonna be more overstable than a pig, and it has less glide than like any other putter on the market right now. And this is something unique. I think this is the V2 plastic from Lone Star. It's 174, so it's max weight. And then see the profile. It's pretty deep. It has this lip on it with overstable flight. That's what makes it so overstable. And it's pretty deep too. Like this is my hand, and I can barely backhand grip it. It feels good on a forehand, except for this tiny microbead. It does have a microbead. That means it's just gonna come automatically going left out of your hand no matter what. So I'm playing Horizons Park. I'm gonna skip around. I'm playing 9 holes. The goal is to get an ace. Just to see how overstable this is, we're gonna start in hole 3. It's a 269 par 3, and the basket is down there. And you're gonna see just like how that's not, wow, that is crazy. I created the Bull Snake because Texas winds have like 50 to 60 mile headwinds, and you definitely need something to putt, and just definitely want something overstable, which is what that means. Just like you want something to like just fight that headwind. So hole 4, 252, par 3. And just look at that thing. Just holds that pure hyzer and just dumps. One thing I have noticed, it does have like this slight dip, because I don't really know why. I guess that's what makes it overstable. So it feels like a puddle top. So you can literally see it right there, just like how it folds inwards. So, but this is the V2 plastic. It's a little bit more stiffer, and it's not as gummy. I think they have like Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, and like Founders. They have a bunch of plastics, but this is like more stiffer plastic. So I think this is their baseline. So you can definitely use this for putting or approach discs. This feels really good so far. And I thought the bead on the forehand would be pretty bad, but it actually has like little or no effect, just because like it doesn't really dig in, which I like. So hole 7, 190. I just really want to play it flat. Go in. Oh my God. So overstable. It doesn't really have that giant stick. A couple backhands. Let's do a forehand. I haven't thrown it on forehand yet. I want to see how it feels. It's just, this is so overstable. Like Zone OS overstable, but just like lesser speed. So what the hell is Lone Star doing? Look at that. So I didn't really fight. Actually, I did. That is really freaking good. I like that. Yeah, it actually feels pretty good. I thought it was gonna have that giant like flare, kind of like how like the tilt does, but it doesn't really have that. It's just like nice, and like it hits the ground and just stops. And I think that's mainly because of this bead. Okay, so hole 10, 191. It's definitely a headwind, so this is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna put it on a lot of anhyzer. Like I'm gonna have to like just really fork over like I'm throwing a roller. But let's see how that does. So it holds that anhyzer if you put it on there. It actually holds it really well and still fights back. So that was pretty crushed. I really wasn't even going for the pin. The one thing I'm not really loving is just so deep, and my hands are super small. So if you have smaller hands, this disc might not be for you. But if you're trying to get something from Lone Star, this is pretty sick. So I'm gonna put another anhyzer. And just look at that. That was like nose up in a headwind, and it still fought out. That's crazy. I have never thrown anything like that. That is pretty awesome. But I've never tried anything from Lone Star, and so far this first disc that I tried is like, you know, it's a ridiculous disc, but it's actually pretty sick. I love it. All right, so hole 15, 200 par 3, and it's just tucked around this corner. You want to like really play something like, I need to probably put this little anhyzer and it'll dip. You just want to make sure you miss this tree and just like get around it. It's kind of pinched off, but that's so overstable. The hole 16, 206, I'm gonna go forehand. I feel like if you have that bomber forehand or bomber backhand, this disc is gonna be like really nice for you. Look at that. That's darn near perfect. All right, hole 17, 224. You wanna get around the tree to ace it, but you can either go flex forehand, like super flex, and get down there, or you can just go backhand at it. The thing is incredible. I mean, I even still yanked it, and look at how it's fighting back. That is so cool. If you really like that like feeling of like overstable putters, and like that's just something that you're looking for, this disc is going to be for you. So hole 18, 228. All right, well, I didn't get an ace today, but that was my review of the Bull Snake. That was, I don't know like how many holes that was. I wanted to film and try to get an ace, but I didn't today. But that's okay, but I wish they would make this in more like a premium plastic. I think they probably do, I don't know. This is just like V2, I don't know what V2 plastic is. I think it's their baseline. But it's super smooth, it's not really any flashing. I just really don't like the micro bead on it. That's the only thing I have to say about this disc. But if you, so flight numbers on this disc are speed of 3, glide of 2, 0, 4. So I'm gonna just say it's 0, 4 as in it dumps, because it doesn't really have that flare like a tilt. Like if you've thrown a tilt, which is like the most overstable disc in disc golf, it's gonna have that flare. This doesn't really, it just kind of hits the ground and sits and slides a bit, like probably a foot or two. But if you're looking for like an approach disc that you just need a pin like 250 every single time, like don't want to go any farther, this disc is for you. So shout out Lone Star, this is pretty cool. 6 swirls, just beautiful plastic. So hope you guys enjoy.